Okay.
But now that I'm here, and he's got an interview for me, we gonna do this shit.
Raise hell, praise Dale, baby.
Hey, how you doing? Antonio Garbanzo. How you guys doing? It's 567R, and today we are taking a look at the interview phase for Antonio Garbanzo in his new city, Rush Hour RP. There are a lot of good questions. Hopefully Antonio raised the bar and showed everybody why he has the knowledge to be at LSPD. Hopefully they enjoyed the answers, and I hope you guys do too. So sit back and relax, and let's see how Garbanzo did on his interview.
Hell yeah, brother. By the way, I'm Steve Austin.
Any relation to the wrestler?
He was my great granddad. Gotta get on duty, man. Gotta get on duty, man. One of these days we'll get there, buddy.
Yeah.
I can't even say your last name.
Garbanzo.
Garbanzo. Oh, I got a first try. Let's go. Go take a seat. Sorry the other one took so long. I had to fix the...
No, you're good. Trust me, I understand. You must be having just a grand old time, huh?
Oh, just the best time. I should have known this. I sent you an email. Can I get your SADI?
1226.
1226.
You got it. Day after Christmas.
All right, well, let's kick this thing off, shall we? Tell me one thing about yourself.
So, I mean, my name's Antonio Garbanzo. I originally from Italy. I moved pretty young in my life, and you know, I came to in Florida. We hung out for a little bit, and then I decided to go out on my own. I just followed in my father's footsteps. He was police in Italy, and so I figured I'll try my hand at it in Los Santos.
All right, why do you want to join the LSPD, and what is one career goal you have for yourself within LSPD you would like to achieve?
I want to join LSPD because it fits me better. Honestly, BCSO, I mean, they're great.
Explain that a little better.
What do you mean?
Like, go in depth why it fits you better.
Okay, I mean, I was gonna say, you know, BCSO is fun and all, but being in city and around people, I'm very strong suited to communication and community policing. It's again, it's one of my strong suits, and I feel I get more interaction and more, I guess, valuable information from people in the city rather than out in BCSO. A career goal would be to probably be an SRU or like your highway enforcement.
So just like our heat team.
Sure, yeah, heat team or SASP, something, you know, like along those lines, because they do a lot of traffic control.
Gotcha. So you more want to be traffic enforcement.
I do a lot of traffic. Eventually, okay. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. What are some of your sources of stress in your everyday life, and how do you manage that stress?
So here, I mean, it's just a new city. You know what I mean? I do come from another city, but that's kind of irrelevant. But it's more or less trying to get my muscles together and work through that. It's pretty stressful to meet, you know, when I'm trying to do something and I can't quite figure out how to do it. You know, I have no problem asking for help, but it's like, you know, I'm just trying to work through getting the muscles down and then, you know, just kind of going from there. I'm very easygoing and I'm not a very high stress person.
Gotcha. So would you just say it's more like a new city and the learning curve is stressing you out a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Gotcha. What are some of your strengths?
Strengths? My number one thing is the work ethic. I will give you 110% of myself every day, and I am in city a lot, so I just know I'll be the right guy to, you know, come on and go 110%. Another thing, again, I said is communication. I'm very big in community policing. I feel that my attitude and demeanor really never steer away from the professionalism and the, I guess, overall just sense of structure, and not to let my outside emotions get to me.
What are some of your weaknesses?
My biggest weakness, especially the one that I'm working on, is, and I hate to use the term lenient, but I am someone who likes to listen to everybody's story. And there are times, you know, when you're sitting there and you catch more honey or honeybees with honey, of course, but there are some times where you got to put your foot down and be like, okay, I've heard enough. Like, I got your side of the story, I got his side of the story, and we go from there. But I'm more or less someone that will let you continue to talk and kind of explain yourself more without interrupting and trying to be the nice guy, if that's the way to put it.
Okay. We'll move on to some scenario questions here. You are on patrol and pull someone over for a traffic infraction that they just committed. They give you all their information you requested. You run the information, they come back with no priors. However, the vehicle's registration isn't coming back to anyone. What do you do?
Well, if it's not coming back to anyone, of course you ask them if they've got any rental papers or any proof of ownership. If they don't have that, most likely, I'd probably be more lenient and say, you know what, man, it's your first infraction. I won't put that on your record. Maybe give a written warning if it's something very serious, but I'd have to either, get the car towed or get that out of their hands, because if it's not registered and then they can come back and prove ownership, then I would be okay with it. But if they can't, they can't be driving it legally.
All right, you arrive at a robbery in progress at a Fleeca bank. When you establish negotiations, you notice 2 hostages. One is a cop and the other one is a civilian. The hostage takers notifies you that you have to pick one of the hostages to live. However, the other hostage will die. Who do you choose to save and why?
I would absolutely do my best to value both lives. There's no real, cut and dry. Most people would say, oh, well, that's my brother, blue, back to blue, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, both lives matter equally. So you have to do everything you can to negotiate both hostage release.
All right, you and your supervisor arrive at the latest 911 call that dispatch gave out. They explained to you that an elderly man was beaten up outside of Alta Street Apartments by a man wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and a bunny mask with black shoes. As you are assessing the elderly man's injuries, you recognize someone matching that description, and so does your supervisor. The individual spots you and starts running away. Your supervisor orders you to pull out your firearm and shoot him as he flees. The individual has no visible weapon and isn't a threat at the moment. What do you do?
That's exactly how you get hemmed up in court. No, I mean, even though you are a supervisor and you can take control of the scene, knowing right from wrong and, following your, judgment, if that's what you want to call it, is important. You stick to your guns and say, listen, I can chase him or, maybe tase him to get him to comply and kind of ask him questions. But at the end of the day, you can't just go around aimlessly shooting at people. I mean, your values have to be higher than that.
What'd you say? I don't know. Why don't you go speak with him? I'm not.
Leaving that guy out there with a dream of him getting hired.
What'd you say?
Leaving that guy out there with a dream of getting hired was kind of mean.
What do you mean leave him out there?
Steve Austin?
Yeah, I just need more time to think upon that one.
You should have told him that.
I told him that.
That's not what he said.
What did he say?
Just finish your interview.
Oh, okay, I know it. Okay.
Say we wait
give me a
like
second.
one.
All right, so after looking after your interview and doing all that, we're gonna take you on as a cadet. You'll get some emails here from me shortly of your call sign that you're gonna be hooked up with, along with the email invite. So you'll be getting that here in probably the next 20 to 30 minutes.
Sounds good. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, no worries. Once you get that, we'll just go ahead. We do what we. So it is academy first. You have to go through. We usually hold that weekly. So there's probably one come up this weekend. So we'll try not to miss that. If there is.
It's that, huh?
April. Wow. They're very hostile.
Yeah.
So I mean, for now, there's nothing really I need to do. Just kind of wait for the Cool. Works for me.
No, this is my double dip.
Well, again, I appreciate your time.
No worries.
Double D's here.
And I look forward to being out there with you. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, it would.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me and he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead.